Welcome back to the White Noise Podcast. I'm Ethan, joined by Mr. Pina Colada Paul.
Hello.
And as always, Jacob behind the glass.
Yep.
And today, well, first, welcome back, like I always said. And today we have a very special guest returning for the second time, Miss Lucy. How are you doing?
Good.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Paul.
And Paul is joining us as a guest host this week as well. Again, because
Shout out, Gavin.
Gavin is somewhere in the Himalayas doing something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just the text I got, so I had to throw this together.
Yeah, I told, yeah.
Wonderful story.
I'm not going to say what I wanted to say.
Edge
Never
of my
mind.
seat.
I'm not hourly, though.
I stopped it.
Since we won't be having one this week, the results are in. Gavin vs. Wild. Taking on a horny female shark.
Yep.
And Gavin took it.
Whoa.
Wait.
Gavin,
Why did it have to be horny?
so that it would advance on him while he was in the shallow
It
water.
would want him.
Good to
I
know.
thought it was a male shark.
Is female.
We weren't
They
doing
changed it.
Oh.
It was male, and then he was more comfortable with the female shark.
You didn't want the cock and balls. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Okay.
Yes, that was the reasoning behind it all. Damn it.
So you said he fell?
Yeah, he fell.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Second defeat?
I did not vote for him.
You didn't?
I never do.
You said it so subtly and just
I
confident.
never do.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, I feel like I don't need an explanation
I
after
can
that.
see where you're coming from.
Thank you.
You make good points.
I'm not going to explain myself.
What was the final tally?
Dang, he had that Centaur
Oh.
thing.
Okay, so it's a lot closer than when I last checked, but the final tally was Gavin at 43% and the shark at 57%.
A loss is a loss.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
A loss is a loss, though.
So Gavin gets impregnated by the shark,
Whoa.
has its babies, and perishes.
So we just got done eating a crocodile's babies, right?
yeah,
And then he gets...
What a menace. Gavin's just a menace to the animal kingdom.
exactly. Brett, our good friend Brett, friend of the show.
Shout out Brett.
Shout out, Brett.
Hi, Brett.
I'm going to do it when I have time, but I'm going to do a drawing of Gavin with a shotgun slung over his back walking into a zoo. I think that would be awesome. So Brett pitched that idea to me, and I'm
Actually really
going to draw it, and it's going to be awesome.
Pretty cool.
Very
So,
artistic.
I'm looking forward to that.
but I need your guys' help. And do I draw Gavin as Gavin, or do I just do like a Johnny Bravo from the back?
No, you draw Gavin.
Have to draw Gavin.
Have to draw
You
Gavin.
have to
Okay.
give him the cartoony,
It has
like,
to be Gavin.
Cartoony
exaggerate him.
Okay.
Capture his likeness.
Capture
His likeness.
that
I believe
50-inch
you.
chest.
Yeah. Big old
honestly.
chest.
It's at 48 inches now, from what I heard last
Yeah.
time.
Unfortunately,
That's why he's not here.
he fell. That's why he's not here.
Trying to get that chest back up.
All right. Well, we got
Chesticles.
a good one planned for you. So let's
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
get a
Amen.
let's. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
You guys just kept saying amen. Oh, all right.
man.
Well, it is a new week, which means a new Kenobi episode. Let's get that Kenobi update. Have you guys watched it, Jacob, Lucy? I mean, Paul, Lucy?
I have not, but I hear all about it.
Yep. Naturally.
I have not yet.
All right, Jacob,
I don't have Disney Plus.
this past episode, how does it make you feel about the overall show?
Overall, I'm still consistent with I want to wait till reserve my final opinion until it's over. But this episode was really underwhelming for me personally. I know a lot of people still say they enjoyed it 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, whatever. It had cool parts, but overall, this whole series is 6 episodes, and this one specifically is episode 4, so there's 2 left after this one. Obi-Wan Kenobi had like less than 3 minutes of screen time.
Oh, what the heck?
And it wasn't even Vader that was filling that time either. It was
yes.
random characters.
And spoilers, if you don't, it's not really a spoiler. Vader's in the show, everybody knows.
Yeah.
He had less than a minute screen time. So it was all the secondary characters that aren't even interesting. They don't elaborate on their story. They're all flat characters. There was cool parts, sure. Cool setting,
There's also,
I guess.
There's a lot of also uncool parts that made me be like, what the heck?
Yes.
So it kind of takes away from the cool parts.
Wait. So the 1 minute of screen time is only in this
This episode.
this episode. Okay.
Yeah, just this episode.
The entire episode was 32 minutes.
If this
wow.
if this series, if season 1, whatever, Kenobi the show, if it was like 12 episodes, I'd be okay with this one more.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting to the end. There's only 6 episodes, unless they're hiding some extra episodes that we don't know about. There's only 2 left, and I feel like it was a wasted episode. So I was really disappointed watching it.
So it's more of like the story in this one that
Yes.
was bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a filler. It was like a Naruto.
Kind
Naruto filler.
It really felt like that.
Exactly.
I remember those.
Yeah, really felt like a filler episode.
I sat through so many of
I'm
those.
still not
Which-
over it.
I mean, there's 500 episodes of Naruto. It's fine. You want to throw in an extra story. There's 6 episodes of
True.
Kenobi.
Good point.
You're right. I'm sorry. I won't
So
hear it.
I'm more upset about it being a filler.
Yeah.
If I had 500 episodes of Kenobi and one's a filler, I'm all for it. Sure. Hell yeah. I don't care.
That bad.
Now,
Huh?
let's
Yeah.
get to the bad news.
I mean,
Would you watch this? Would you watch this episode, or would you watch
4 out of 10.
prequels?
The prequels.
Or not the prequels? I'm sorry.
What's
The your favorite
sequels?
ones. Your sequels. Yeah. There you go.
Hell no.
Okay.
I'd rather walk through glass to the dentist to get a root canal than watch the sequels.
Oh, that's a good one.
Bite your tongue.
Man, that's a good one.
I
feel where you're coming from there.
Yeah, I do have to floss a little bit better. The dentist told me. Sorry, Dr. Filippi.
Shout out.
Shout out.
So there is this article that I came across. Here's the headline.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi writer appears to be oblivious of Revenge of the Sith. Has no clue Kenobi knew Anakin was Darth Vader.
Yes. I have a lot to say about this, too.
So there's this whole article about it, just talking about how the writer of the show, the main writer, is oblivious to Revenge of the Sith. Like, when he was writing the show, there was times where he had to call someone else to be like, hey, can I do this?
Oh, no.
So, and in the show, there's already a lot of, like, continuity, canon-breaking things, or, like, questions where you're like, huh? And it's a thing where you want to see it through for it to be explained.
No.
But with this article coming out, it's like, is it going to get explained?
Probably
Yes.
Do your homework, jackass.
It's also, why are they hiring him? Why are
know.
Disney and Lucasfilm hiring
Money.
this guy?
not. They're doing it
Outside
on
of
purpose.
that, like, for example, if I get hired to make a freaking Teletubbies movie, I'm going to try to watch the show a little bit, you know? Try to get a little bit of lore, a little bit of back. If I'm a good director, yeah. If I want to do a good job,
Just to save embarrassment.
yeah.
I'd be embarrassed, man. I'm like, well, that fan. And then you're going against Star Wars,
Star Wars
fan
fan
base.
base.
That's a country, basically.
Yeah, all these, like, these questions that are being introduced from, like, plot holes or, like, wait a minute, what was said in the originals, like, this doesn't match up. Okay, how are they going to explain that? Like, after this episode, it's like, those questions are just getting glossed over, so are they going to answer in the next episode, or
Oh,
is
no.
this just how it is now?
That's just how it is. I think you're going to have to accept that.
I am getting close. I'm getting close. I'm losing a little bit of faith.
So would you recommend watching the Kenobi series?
I'll save it till the end. I want to
Okay,
see it
okay,
through.
okay.
It's like my recommendation. Right now, it's cool. It's fine. Overall, I'd say like 7 out of 10. This last episode, like 4 out of 10. It was the lowest point for me.
Okay.
But I want to reserve until it's all done. Then I'll make my final opinion. But yeah, like if you don't even watch Revenge of the Sith, let alone
Yeah.
like
Isn't it right after you said too? It's like,
it's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
yeah, okay.
Which, like, I guess spoiler, I don't want to get into it, but there's a lot of, like, continuity stuff that's trying to be justified.
Mm-hmm.
But in the original sequels or in the original trilogy, straight up in the lines, it's not the same.
Oh, boo.
I'll say it. For example, spoilers. If you don't want to know, then don't listen. Whatever.
Skip ahead 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. So, for example, it's not a huge thing. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he leaves Anakin burning on Mustafar
Wait, he
after
does?
their battle in Revenge of the Sith, right?
Correct.
So when in the Kenobi, the show, there's a part where he, like, finds out that Anakin's alive. And a lot of the fans, when that happened, they're like, oh, yeah, I guess, Obi-Wan left him there. So he would assume that he didn't know if he survived or not. But in A New Hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi, old Ben Kenobi, says he's more man than machine now. Anakin, he says all that. He knows what happened to Darth Vader. He knows Anakin is Darth Vader. He knows who that is. So those kind of continuity stuff, I don't think can be fixed in the next 2 episodes.
They really messed up that bad, huh?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, shit.
It seems like little things, but...
No, that's a big thing.
Especially with a fan base like the Star Wars fan base, who are really adamant on canon and everything fitting.
Well, yeah, because they fucking chopped out, like,
Exactly.
50% of Star Wars legends now, and now they're like, oh, they don't exist. So, I mean, it's like, okay, well, what does exist?
Well, aren't there people that like should be viewing it before it gets released?
You would think.
Yeah, who's
but, like,
greenlighting these?
It's supposed to be Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, overseeing everything, supposedly. But it feels like
they're not.
Nothing got checked or okayed, greenlit, or I don't know.
Wow.
Because I'm a guy who can look past a lot of stuff, but stuff like little things like that, it's like
under your
confusing
skin.
for no reason. Like, why are you going to make this show without paying respect to what came before it?
You tell them, honey.
Yeah,
This is like one of the most revered characters in Star Wars, in all of, like, any franchise. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yeah.
And it feels like they're kind of just dragging their feet. I wouldn't say they're intentionally, like, slandering him, but he deserves more.
There's so much passion coming from
Yeah.
Jacob right now.
Literally.
I know.
I wish you guys
wanna
could see him.
This last episode has got me, like, really worked up.
I haven't seen you this worked up over Star Wars since the freaking
The sequels?
sequels, yeah. And you brushed over those.
There's 2 episodes left. It'll take a lot for it to be a really good series, but right now it feels really mediocre and just cash grabby.
Which sucks because of all the hype.
Yeah.
There's so much hype, and then with bringing back Hayden Christensen or whatever.
Kind of sucks because The Mandalorian was really good. I liked The Mandalorian. The Bad Batch, I watched The Bad Batch all the way through. Those are really good. But there's a common theme of, like, the middle episodes now of the recent shows are just so underwhelming, so boring. It's like the first one's good, the second one's are good, and then, like, the last episode's really good. That's it. And everything in the middle is just
Filler.
to have a show.
Yeah.
Like, just make a movie at that point. Or, I don't know. Extend it out to do more. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. It just seems like trying to get money.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially if you're not doing any research.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. It feels like the sequels, how they had no direction to go with. And I feel like they're doing the same thing with this Kenobi series.
Like with The Mandalorian, you kind of have free reign. Because it's not an established time period. It's not an established character. You can kind of do what you want, and for the most part. But this really specific Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, in between with Obi-Wan Kenobi, you kind of have to stay in between the lines.
Yeah.
So that's my rant.
We will.
let you know
we'll get
in
more into
2 or 3
the
weeks.
details of it once the show's wrapped up. Because there are a lot of other continuity things that are like, wait, how did this happen? How did this happen? This doesn't make sense. And it all relates to stuff that's like said in the beginning of A New Hope, just
Outright.
So, or stuff that's done, and you're like, oh well, if this could have happened this way, then, or why did this? So, we'll get more into that once the show's wrapped up.
When did the shows come out again? Is it every Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
So Tuesday at midnight. I mean,
Why do I know this? Because every Tuesday he takes a nap and wakes up to watch it.
that is accurate.
That sounds right.
Yes, Your Honor, that sounds right.
That is correct. Speaking of Star Wars, real quick, now that we've kind of critiqued the show, let's get into defense mode about these prequels.
Oh God.
I've watched.
I'm locked and ready. Yes.
I watched Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. And I realized every time I watch the prequels, I just watch Revenge of the Sith, naturally.
The best one.
But I hadn't really watched Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace in years, so watching them now, I'm like, wow, these really aren't as bad as someone like Gavin might argue. They're actually entertaining. They tell a good story.
He's all about visuals, though. It was from a time where that's the best thing they had.
And that's a common thing with that era when CGI was fairly new, is like, oh, we'll just CGI everything, and then it has that jarring CGI look. But even then, it's not that bad.
It's not, no. It was like good for its time. It was like it was a big deal.
It's more a planning error.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have to fix this with CGI. Not that the CGI itself is really bad or out of place. Like, it's all CGI. So, I mean, it blends, but it's just, I guess, not realistic. So it takes you out of it a little bit.
But it's not even that. Like, a lot of people get hate for Jar Jar Binks. He's not that bad.
Wait. So why do they hate him? Is it like his character, or the way he looks? Like, I always see this,
I think part of it was, like, him in the trailers. He was, like, hyped up. I mean, I was really young when Phantom Menace came out, so I don't remember a lot. But then he was just, like, an annoying side character. So I don't know.
I thought he was like the comic relief. Yeah, that's just that character, and I didn't expect much. I know, like, he has a big part in Revenge of the Sith, but yeah, exactly. My mom liked him.
He gets his tongue stuck in, like, the pod racing, like, beams, and it's like, oh, okay, that's funny.
And then he's, like, at the dinner table with his tongue.
Like, who hates the comic relief? Yeah. Nobody.
I thought he looked cool, kind of.
Who hates the fat kid in Super 8? Nobody.
That guy's funny.
That guy's funny.
The guy with the braces? That guy's funny.
I've never seen Super 8.
Me neither.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can we have some more fries? Because my friend here is fat. Classic.
Steven Spielberg.
It's a good one. It's a good one. We should watch that one. It's a good one. But with the prequels, even Jake Lloyd got a lot of crap, bullied out of acting.
Oh,
the Jingle All the Way kid.
Oh,
yeah.
The Jingle.
That's his young Anakin.
I've watched that.
And then I'm watching him in Phantom Menace, and I'm like, he acts like a kid. This is exactly how I'd expect a slave kid to be.
In my experience with slave children, yes, that's how I would expect as well.
That's how I would expect it.
On Tatooine.
He's very sociable because people are he's working at the age of 10. Yeah. So he's very sociable, but he comes off as a kid, and it just seems out of place because we're not used to kids being that.
He was one of, like, the first, like, kid actors, like, big ones, right? Like, he was, like, the biggest one for his time. I don't remember any other kid actors.
Maybe, like, the most high profile.
Yeah, because like
a Star Wars movie.
That's what I think it is. Because, like, nowadays I feel like there's a ton of kid actors. You know what I mean? Like, we see them back and forth, so it's kind of more normal. I feel like he was kind of breaking the barrier a little bit. So maybe it was just awkward for people to see, like, grown adults.
Yeah, I feel like he did good, especially playing the role of Anakin.
Yeah, he played it normal, I guess.
Jake Lloyd walked so Dakota Fanning could run.
True.
You know what it is? It's like the original people who liked, like, the original trilogy. They're, like, older now, and they're watching this little kid and, like, take center stage and, like, what is this? So they probably.
I guess I think the Star Wars fan base is broken up in so many different categories, 100%. So it's can't make everyone happy. But with Jake Lloyd playing Anakin, I thought he did good. And then with Anakin, Hayden Christensen got a ton of hate for his portrayal as Anakin too. And while you can look at the lines of dialogue and look at the way he acts, it might seem off. But
Don't attack the actor for the lines.
But
true.
But I think it makes so much sense to Anakin, to that type of character, the social awkward, like that's why, like the lines he delivers to Padme is with a kid who
indoctrinated into a celibate, like, cult almost.
Oh,
to have no attachments after essentially being abandoning his mother, and then having feelings for Padme, being told, like, oh, attachments are forbidden, you can't do that. And he's 19. He's supposed to be like 19 in Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
So there's also the teenage hormones on top of that. I mean, so
and then you throw in Natalie Portman on top of
So
it.
yeah, he's gonna be awkward. I think he portrays that really well as portraying as this Jedi, because Jedi are, like, essentially supposed to be emotionless. So with Anakin having all these feelings and pent up anger and arrogance and love, and he's trying to conceal that with the Jedi code, it's gonna come off a little weird.
Man, you got force powers. Shut up and just suck it all up, dude. You can jump higher than anybody. You can do cool shit that we can't do. Shut up.
For real.
But Respect. I'll let you know. I'll
Natalie Portman, I guess.
That's Star Wars.
Wait. So are you getting all this from, like, Clone Wars? Was he like getting like hate in Revenge of the Sith as well?
Well, I think his portrayal is in general, yeah.
Just in general,
like
it's so weird to think about. He's only been in it for 2 movies.
I think nowadays, Revenge of the Sith is considered one of the best.
Okay.
So, I mean,
you can look at any line and meme it.
Yeah,
I haven't really seen I haven't sat down and watched them in years.
I think that brings it up though. The meme ability brings them up.
The
Meme ability.
Like I remember watching, when I was watching Phantom Menace, I was like, "Hey, I know that meme. I didn't know that this is the context." Mm-hmm. Like we will watch a career with great, not that one. No, I was surprised to be sure, but a welcome one.
I know there's a ton.
Yeah.
Every 10 seconds there's a meme.
I watched the visible confusion part, and I was like, "Oh, that's fun."
I actually got sent a TikTok, and it was when Darth Maul's waiting for Obi-Wan, like behind the, how he's just like stalking back and forth, and it's like when the guy at the gym doesn't care about the girl on the squat rack, he's just staring at her. I got that sent to me like an hour ago. But he's just like eyeing her back and forth. I was like, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Oh man, I know a guy.
Bob?
No.
Come up with a different name.
You don't go to the gym.
You don't go to the gym.
Bob.
Bob.
Shout out Bob. All right, and then let's get to the second update of the week. Jacob and Lucy saw Top Gun Maverick, and what did you guys think about that?
His face.
So cool.
It was
It
really
was
cool.
awesome. I keep thinking about it, and it's a perfect movie. I will say that.
What?
I know last week I said it can't be a perfect movie. It's not a perfect movie. I take it back.
Is it better than Encanto?
Yes, it is.
I just visually saw you being scared of how Jacob reacts. Like he just the way his face was right now, you just changed your opinion.
Well, because there is
it wasn't a good movie actually.
He's like, wait, never mind.
Real quick, dude.
You're such
I
a little
thought Jake
brother
would agree with
energy.
me. Oh my god.
because there is one part that I can nitpick at, but so it can't be perfect if I can nitpick. There, 99%. There you go. Final answer.
I think it's a
99%.
really good, for what it's trying to accomplish, I don't think I can hold it to, a standard that I would have a lot of gripes with. It's not trying to be this really dramatic or...
It does what it needs to do. It does its job.
Yeah.
I totally
It's awesome.
enjoyed it.
It touches the nostalgia just enough to not be,
Yeah, it does.
oversaturated. And it's super enjoyable with a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah,
I loved it.
it
It's
is.
a great movie.
And I fall asleep during movies.
And
And
she
this
didn't
captured
on
my
this one.
attention.
Oh, wow.
I
And
was
it was
awake.
10:30
Yeah, that's
Damn.
my
At the end,
bedtime.
So yeah. She's got second graders to teach, bro.
Summertime, baby.
Summertime.
That overtime.
Not really though.
I've yet to see that movie.
You haven't
You
seen it?
definitely should.
Have you seen the original though? At least.
So I was telling Ethan, I've seen
So that's a no.
parts. I've seen it, but chopped up though.
Jacob
I'll,
made me watch it.
I'll catch the ending.
I did.
and then I'll catch the middle, and then I'll catch the beginning. All
I didn't want to.
I forced her to watch the original first.
I was like,
the same
like
day
from the 80s. Like, why do I have to watch?
before we went to watch the new
What
one.
did you guys think of the original?
I loved it.
Great.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't
Great.
think I would, but Tom Cruise was very, very nice to look at.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Nia said the same thing.
I agree.
Jacob
He was nice to look at. It was a great movie.
And you got Val Kilmer, young Val Kilmer, Doc
Young
Holliday.
Val Kilmer.
Hey.
Old Val Kilmer.
Relax.
Hey, he's sick. He's got cancer.
Okay, spoiler.
That has nothing to do with
Val
his
Kilmer has
looks.
cancer in real life.
Oh, I thought it was Iceman that had cancer in the movie.
Both, I guess.
Both.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler.
Spoiler, because Val Kilmer has cancer.
Does he?
He actually can't speak.
In real life?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they wrote around in the new movie to kind of
Shut
accommodate. Yeah.
So go watch the movie, Paul. Better hurry up and see it before it's out of theaters.
I'll watch it
because
again.
What
It is.
the heck?
It's a movie theater experience.
Miles Teller was nice to look at too.
Miles
can't
Teller.
speak?
Miles Teller.
Oh.
I love
He's
Miles
still
Teller.
stuck on that. No.
He's got a hole in his throat.
Oh my gosh!
Probably smoking. I don't
Throat
know.
cancer.
So he won't be back as Batman.
Probably not.
Unfortunately not.
Well, he could have the voice as Batman.
Oh,
You could have that down.
so he can speak.
He's
Dang.
not coming back as Batman.
He's going out like Doc Holliday, huh?
Speaking of Batman, what's up with Ezra Miller? There you go. I got the Z's mixed up.
Oh yeah.
Ezra Miller.
You're getting confused.
I've always been
You
confused since
thinking
I'm.
about
You guys are so annoying.
Somebody you know.
Ezra Miller
I don't know.
and
This,
his
this
legal
inside joke.
legal stuff again. How many charges did he have in Hawaii?
I don't know. It's first of all, it's the Flash, not Batman.
Well, because Batman's going to be in the Flash. That's why.
Gotcha.
That's why I said that.
oh, okay.
Stick to your Marvel realm,
And
kid.
I remember Warner Brothers was like, we can't do anything about them. We have to release the movie with him in it because we can't write him out of the movie. The movie's done practically.
Yeah. DC's all fucked up. Actors galore.
Yeah. So this headline,
They're perfectly casted, but they're just all shitting in people's beds and doing crimes in Hawaii.
Apparently,
Doing
dude like a
crimes in
psych-
Hawaii.
Isn't that dude like a psycho too?
well,
Ezra?
I think within the span of a week, he got arrested twice in Hawaii.
For
Theft, robbery, something like that.
What's he robbing?
Why does he
I
need to
don't know.
rob anybody?
But here's this. So I just searched up
He wants
his
the
name.
thrill. That's what it is.
And this headline says, parents of 18-year-old claim Ezra Miller groomed her, want court protection. So there's that's going on with him.
Wait, so he's going with... Okay, that's a different topic.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was in Perks of Being a Wildfire. That was a good movie.
He's also in Harry Potter knockoff. What is it? The
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts.
Knockoff.
Spinoff, yeah. You know.
Knockoff.
Whatever.
So, I don't know, but Warner Bros., they need to get their stuff together.
Warner Brothers has...
They're getting rid of Henry Cavill, even though Henry Cavill wants to be
The only
Superman.
one that wants to be in the fucking...
The one that wants
yeah.
to do it. They're
The one that looks
we
perfect.
shouldn't.
I get it. I don't. That's the dumbest thing ever. I'm mad. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's that. And then with the whole superhero movies, let's get into the movie review.
Oof.
Yikes.
Was a good one.
All right, so if you guys saw Morbius this past week,
no.
let us know how it was because we certainly didn't watch it. I think Monday came around and I was like, "Hey, Gavin, have you seen Morbius yet?" And he said,
I'm not
No.
going to be on the show.
"He said no," and as well as he's not gonna be on the show.
That's why he didn't see it.
And I said, "You know what?
That's why you missed it.
I don't think we should watch it. I think it'd be funnier if we don't watch it." So we didn't. Keep it going. Keep the meme alive.
Oh, God.
It's Morbin time.
It did make $1 more billion this past weekend. Just kidding. It made $85 million.
That was like a
No.
billion.
$85,000. That's what it was. My bad.
Oh, okay.
It made $85,000 this past weekend.
Wow, you were way
You
off.
said
I was
85 million. I
twice.
was like, that's still a lot
85
of
million
money.
is a lot of money. Yes.
85,000 versus a billion.
versus a million.
Quite a discrepancy.
85. Oh no, more billion, like Morbius, more billion.
More billion. Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, the meme.
Yeah, the meme. But it did make $85,000. It's a re-release weekend,
Wow.
Yikes.
which is like average of average of 80 something bucks per theater that showed it.
Yikes.
$80. So the tickets are what, like...
Exactly.
You seen it's like 7 people in the movie theater every time?
All weekend.
All weekend? That's it? What the heck?
7 people
Um,
per theater.
Jared
then-
Leto probably bought half those.
Jared Leto posted on his Twitter a video of him reading Morbius 2, It's Morbin Time, this like script as a
gosh.
joke.
So it's
But I don't know.
Thank
They
God.
might do it. They might do it.
The first meme movie.
The first meme movie.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that's Morbius for you. We'll review the sequel when it comes out.
for the memeability.
The meme ability is really high.
I don't know what I would rate this movie. Let me look up on Rotten Tomatoes what it got.
Gosh.
I'm gonna guess
Let's take guesses. Yeah, let's.
22.
Damn, that's bad.
14.
I'm going to go on a limb here.
Okay, its audience score is
33.
71.
33.
71.
Well, okay, audience.
Yeah, the audience score is 71.
That's built on memes.
I'll say
alone.
that's a meme right there, I think. I think it's intentional.
Oh my
33.
gosh. The critic score is 17%.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Said
she's
14.
close.
Damn.
Whatever.
Rotten Gems should definitely do this movie.
But all the Google reviews are like, "This is the best movie of all time."
Rotten Jam should definitely do this movie.
Shout out, Brett.
Shout out.
Shout out Brett. Let's look at the fresh reviews. I want to see what they have to say.
It was that
I
bad.
want to know what kind of people are giving this movie good reviews. I haven't even seen it, and I know it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
I can make up a fake review and act like it's the greatest movie of
I
all
thought
time.
they had a shot when like they're trying to go for that scary tone. I was like, oh, cool.
Like Venom.
I don't know. I guess.
Even in the theater when I saw the previews for
Yeah,
the movie, I was like, okay, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, I saw the concept art. I saw, like, the idea. I was like, okay, I can see where they're going with the vampire. Cool. I like
Literally,
vampire.
I've never heard of Morbius either.
No one has.
No
Not even
one has.
Spider-Man. That's his villain.
This was, yeah, I think a lot of these...
Dude, Sony is just bad
a
at
lot of
movies
these
in
audience
general.
scores are probably for the meme because I'm reading their 5-star reviews and it's like,
Guaranteed.
this is one of the movies of 2022. Production values are in movies and this one has actors. It absolutely has some of the music of any film created and has outright some of the CGI I have seen this year.
Some of the CGI.
I would definitely recommend watching movies, especially ones that have scripts.
Watching movies?
From the opening scene to the final credits, I watched it. I hope to watch more movies. That was 3 hours ago.
There's no way these are
Morbius
real.
it's a movie.
That's what this one says.
Oh my
This
God.
5-star review says Morbius is movie. The writing was Jared Leto's performance as Michael Morbius is, and then there's period. Morbius had cinematography. Watch movie to totally morb.
Okay, so
Totally
we
This one
discovered.
says I'm morbing my nuts off to this film.
Oh my god.
Truly a masterclass in cinema. Morbius will be the movie that future generations look at for inspiration. Yeah, these are all memes. Because I don't think it was 71% when it first came out.
I think it was.
Rotten Tomatoes got flooded by memes.
Oh my gosh. That's Morbius.
That's awesome. That was better than our review.
If you did watch the movie, let us know what you thought.
Comment your review.
Comment your review down in the comments.
What is your Morb meter looking like?
What's your Morb meter?
It's Morbin time.
Since we didn't watch the movie, let's rate the meme ability of it. The meme. Paul, what would you rate this meme?
I mean, from Rotten Tomatoes alone, that's that's top tier. That's S tier.
S tier, there we go. Jacob?
I'm gonna go 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 meme?
It's good that I can make fun of a movie without even seeing it.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
But you have to.
I don't even have to watch this movie and I'm enjoying it. That's the
God.
That is the best way to watch Morbius. To not watch it.
That's actually impressive. Golly,
Golly.
just can't get over that.
Lucy, what would you rate this meme?
I thought the reviews were hilarious. 8.2 out of 10.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. I want to see how far it can go.
So you gave it the same rating as your brother after he said it,
He gives us little brother energy today.
Interesting.
Wow.
just so he would approve, huh?
These are annoying.
Jacob wouldn't watch
We'll
Encanto,
watch your
though.
career with great interest.
That's from Star Wars, not from Morbius.
This review,
different meme.
This review is from a critic that says Morbius has no reason to exist as an actual movie, but maybe that's why it worked for me.
I guess I can kind of see that.
This movie fucking sucks. 10 out of 10.
Fucking hate this movie. Loved it.
Loved it.
Oh man.
Yeah, a vampire movie. That's what this says.
It's just what it is. It's like a random character that nobody knows about. It's like they just threw a movie. Well, it's like DC's trying to do
because Sony has to make
Yeah.
movies with their
before they lose the rights.
with their characters before they
Their IP.
with the IP before they
Intellectual
lose the
property.
rights.
Yeah, which is stupid.
So that's why you have these Venom movies, these Spider-Man spin-off movies without Spider-Man. What's the Spider-Women movie they're doing?
Spider-Gwen.
Oh, they're making like
They're making Spider-Woman?
with like
I heard they want Daisy Ridley.
Sony's just like smoke if you got them. Like they got the rights, they have to make the movie.
They
So,
just want to keep them. They're greedy.
so we
bastards.
might actually get a Morbius too, guys.
I mean, what other options do they have?
Well, it's also like that Aquaman movie that they're coming out, like the spinoff. It's like those creatures from the deep.
I didn't even know they're doing that.
Yeah, that everyone's like, why? You have,
Oh,
you have Henry
I think so,
Cavill who
yeah.
wants to make a Superman 2, Man of Steel 2. And then they're like, no, we're going to do this random 10-minute scene from Aquaman.
Yeah.
We're going to make it a whole movie. So they know what they're doing.
I think
They're gonna like merge that with like Pacific Rim or something.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm like,
Top Gun will teach them just give the people what they want.
as you should.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Top Gun.
Oh.
Ready? It had the highest second week box office for a movie that opened with over 100 million. Make sense?
Yes.
I'm still processing.
I was trying to find a way to put it in words that made sense.
So first week 100 million.
Over 100 million.
Second week it was the highest of all time in its second week of any movie. That also grossed 100 million.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
So, like, think about that's higher than Endgame had in its second weekend or Infinity War had in its second
Which
weekend.
means its longevity in its 2 weeks was the best.
It's a
Think so?
phenomenal movie. You should watch it.
I
Paul.
think
I think I am.
I think
Maybe this weekend.
The thing
I think
about
the
this,
effect is that the people who watched it the first week saw it and were like, "This is a really fucking
No,
good movie. You need
yeah.
to go see it."
I
So
think
everyone
that's what
saw
it was,
too.
and that's what has been lacking from movies the past few years.
In
is
general.
you're just expected to go see Endgame when you can see it, or go expected to see the next big Marvel movie when you can see it, and you're like, oh, I have to go see
Or
it.
stream it on Disney.
Exactly.
Blech.
And then with Top Gun, like I wasn't planning on seeing it until everyone told me like, oh, go see it. It's awesome.
It felt
Same
like
with-
a movie back in the
Same
day.
with me until
Yeah.
you told me to go see it. I was like, "Oh shit, okay." I haven't been to the movies in a while. I kind of want to go get some popcorn.
I wanted popcorn. We didn't even get popcorn.
Yeah, my stomach hurt. I
Yo.
didn't get popcorn.
I ate too much before.
Yeah.
They're stingy now at the movie theaters.
Dude,
Dude,
tell me
Dan
about it.
Harkins, you need to let up, bro. They don't do free refills anymore.
Bro,
Dude.
Okay, for all you people
Pick your
who worked
bone.
at the movie theater,
Yep.
this is for you. I walked
Yep.
into the movie theater, got our tickets.
Oh yeah.
This is the most heated I've been at a movie
Oh,
theater.
I want to hear
The
this.
person working door, taking the ticket, saying theater on your left. They had a stool. They were sitting on a
Wait.
stool.
Oh, I'm about
yeah,
to
they
fucking
do
I
that
was
flip
so
right now.
pissed. I was like, I've never had a stool.
I'm
We're gonna
about
have
to
to stand
fold.
there for 6 hours taking tickets, and they said you can't lean on the desk, you can't sit down, you have to stand there.
Go off, King.
And now they have a stool for all these
It was
bitches
like, you guys are
sitting
so
there.
soft.
I was so pissed.
I was like,
I felt this was the oldest I've ever felt in my life.
Dude.
I was like, back in my day, they didn't let me sit on a stool.
Oh, gosh, that hurt, Jacob. But not as much as them having a freaking stool now. I remember this one shift. I just covered for the guy. The guy had a boot on, like his leg was messed up. I think he had an ingrown freaking toenail or
For
something.
background, Paul and I did
an
work
ingrown
at the movie
toenail.
theaters.
He had a boot on.
Yeah, he had something going on with his leg.
Oh my
Right?
god.
We didn't work together though. Sad days. But so anyway, so he was stuck at door because that's all he could do. He couldn't walk around, and so he had a stool. Which that makes sense. I mean, you don't want to make the guy with a boot on like stand for 8 hours, whatever. And so I was working usher, so I was walking back and forth all day, and he's like, "Hey man, can you cover while I go to the restroom?" I was like, "Sure." So he has a stool there. So naturally, I'm just like, "Cool, I'll just sit down for a quick second as he goes and pees." And then, like 30 seconds into it, a manager in the box office looks over and she's like, "Hey, is your leg messed up?" And I was like, I know where it was going. I was like, "Yeah, I'm actually kind of sore. Like it kind of hurts." It's like, does it really? I was like, "Yeah, I mean a little bit." It's like, okay, well. You can't sit down. You have to stand up. And now these motherfuckers just gonna sit the whole entire time? What the hell?
Well, the funny thing about that too is when I walked in to see Top Gun, not only were they sitting, they were like leaning against the thing, like
yeah.
very unenthusiastic, very like.
And
I'm
then
gonna
they
go
want
be a manager now. I'm gonna whip that place.
and
right
they want to
into
raise the
shape.
prices like that, and they're not even.
$2 to refill my loyalty cup now.
Oh my gosh! And then if you get a popcorn, right, like a large bag or
Can't
an
even
extra
get a
large.
free refill anymore.
Oh, you
No,
can't?
you can't. No,
No,
you
you
can't.
can't?
No,
Not even the same
day.
Not even the same day anymore. And it used to be so. It was when you could
was
you could bring
same day, but
whenever
you
you
could bring
wanted
it back
to.
anyway.
And then it was same day, and then now it's like you just can't do nothing.
Really? Why?
And they don't even like. These workers aren't even like ChickFilA workers. They're not even like freaking telling me to have a great day or anything.
No, they're like anything else.
They're all slumped over, all slow.
They don't even upsell. I remember that was like the
Oh my
biggest thing in
God.
concession.
Dude, you would get written up.
I'd be like, Coke and root beer, please. And they're like, is that it? I'm like, damn, bitch, you're not going to even offer me a pretzel? Like, what happened to upsell?
I want to say no, motherfucker.
I remember.
You mean at 25 cents I can get an extra large? What do you mean? Come on. Say it more.
You purposely say the size below so we can upsell you.
Exactly.
And for like a day.
I remember when I remember when Aaron used to work there, and he was ranting to me about that, like having to upsell.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
You literally, I would just click the screen and be like, "Did you want any Skittles and nachos?" Like I was whatever the first two things I saw, I'd be like, it didn't sound
They
good.
would teach us, like, literally just pick, like, any two random things and
Don't
ask
matter.
if they want it.
The worst
Like,
part,
doesn't matter. Just any two random
the
things.
worst part was like they always like told people to pick like nachos and like red vines, right? But then sometimes people would get nachos, so it'd be awkward because they'd be like, "You want any more nachos?" And they just stare at you for a little bit. And there's like 50 options. Their brain can't process it because they're freaking 17,
I
18 at the
remember-
time.
17.
Just scared of an adult.
That's the story Aaron told me when he worked there was he had to do that. Like someone ordered, for example, I don't remember exactly what it was, but a large drink and a large popcorn. So then Aaron says, "Okay, a large drink, a large popcorn. Can I get you red vines or this?" Right? And the guy gets mad. He said, I asked for a large drink and a large popcorn. And then Aaron, having to upsell, because I guess you guys work for the Empire.
You had to.
So he had to say it again. So he said it again, and the guy gets mad. It's like, I asked for a drink and a large popcorn. I don't want nothing else. And then that's when...
well, so the thing is, they have secret shoppers, and like they would come and like they got you, right? They literally have the points, and then what they would do is they post it like in the back where like we eat our lunch, and it would be like, oh, we got an A, and it'll tell you like Door got 10 out of 10 points. This person got 5 out of 5. So like they would see you and they get your name, so everyone would like make fun of you if you ruined it for everybody, and then you get like It was funny one time. I think we got like a D on one, and like the door is like you get like 10 points, right? And they were like 2 out of 10. And we're like, what the fuck did you do? Did you just like hide and rip the ticket and just run away? Or something?
At store, you rip tickets, you say theater on your left, and that's it.
All you say is, hi, welcome to Harkins.
Hi, welcome to Harkins.
It's 3 things, and they got like a 2 out of 10. So we were like, what? Like, I was
Theater
like,
10 will be on your left. Have a nice night.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what they do.
Exactly.
I was trying to figure it out. It was the mystery of the week.
I remember I applied at Harkins. I never heard anything.
I remember that.
Yeah, sad times.
What?
When I got fired.
Rip.
I got fired from my family business. Can you believe that?
And now you're back?
Fired.
Fired.
Yeah, my dad
Air
fired me.
quotes, fired.
No, he fired me.
It was a mutual agreement, but you got fired.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't feel bad.
And then
I don't know what's worse, getting fired or just quitting your family business.
And now you're back, so it's fine.
model employee.
Literally, yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I remember that conversation too. It was like we were yelling at each other on the phone and everything, and then it ended with like, all right, I'll see you at home.
Wow. My
I did see it at home.
I'd hope so. So my tata worked construction his whole life, right? And so when my uncle was younger, he got a job with him. And I remember like my mom like telling me the story like a lot of times. She's like, yeah, you know, your tata, he fired your uncle because he didn't want him to be like him. He didn't want him to like grow up in that industry, blah, blah. It's like, oh, that's cool. It's really, you know, it's nice. It's noble. So I ended up talking to my tata, right? And I was like, hey, so you fired Theo? I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, because he was breakdancing on the top of a building. Goes to a completely different. He's like, I had to fire him. I would have got in trouble.
Breakdancing.
It was, and it's not even like a build. It was like a structure, like you know what I mean, the
Yeah.
framework and stuff. I guess he said he turned around, and he saw him breakdance, like spinning. I'm like, so my mom and Nana were hyping him up to be like this, like great, like
Noble
life
man.
lesson, and
Yeah.
he's like, nah, dude, you're just an idiot. He's just breakdancing up there.
Wow. What a guy.
So you're not the only one, and he's a firefighter now. So look at that, Ethan.
Wow.
Amen.
Followed his dreams.
This is his dreams?
That was his dream. Yeah,
Cool. I like Rescue Me. It's cool.
he's living it. You do.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
If you ever want to ride along, I'll let him know.
Text him right now.
On a fire truck?
Yeah,
A fire
Can I come?
engine?
yeah. He's actually the engineer. He's the driver.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell him right now. Tell him I want to go.
Okay, I'm texting right now.
All right, thanks. Movie of the week next week. The movie we will actually watch. Paul, what do you got for us?
Oh yeah.
You forgot the name.
No, I did. So I wanted to stick.
No, I did.
I wanted to stick to a theme here, right?
So Morbius 2?
Oh dang, this is awkward because now I have to like pull up HBO Max and
Well,
find
that's
it
okay.
again. It's not that.
With that being said, I had my flag football coach was a firefighter. So we went to his
Got it.
firehouse. Okay, cool.
I don't know if you want to keep going.
Wow.
Cut you up there.
I went up the ladder and I saw the Cardinals.
I went to the
Darling.
ladder.
I went up the ladder. I was like 8. Leave me alone.
Is that how you talked?
Yeah?
You still talk like that.
I don't.
Yeah, get him.
Woad
That's a
wait.
teacher.
Would wait.
Woad wait.
That's a teacher. She deals with kids all day, so she knows.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So, it has to be a movie, unfortunately, that none of us have seen, apparently. And since this podcast loves doing, like, hates doing long movies, I decided to pick one that's 2.5 hours long. Nightmare Alley.
All right.
But that's a good one.
Never heard of it.
How do you know it's good? Have
Because
you watched it?
I've seen the previews and Bradley Cooper's in it. I like him. And then
Yeah.
there's also-
Okay. That just came out this year.
And we were
or
talking about
November,
possibly
right?
going. And I was like, you know what? It was either that or it was Tombstone, but he wouldn't let me do Tombstone.
Because I've seen
Whatever, I don't
Tombstone.
care. I don't matter.
All right. I will watch. So that's the movie of the week. Let's read this. So, in 1940s New York, down on his luck, Stanton Carlisle endears himself. Oh, my cursor was in the way, Jacob.
Oh,
Gosh.
honey.
Stanton Carlisle endears himself to a clairvoyant
Oh, Lucy, go ahead.
Clairvoyant.
Clairvoyant, dude.
Because you can see
Use
like
your
the
reading
future.
fingers. honey.
Okay. Endears himself to a clairvoyant
Lucy's doing summer school, by the
and
way.
her mentalist husband at a traveling carnival. Using newly acquired knowledge, Carlisle crafts a golden ticket to success by swindling the elite and wealthy. Hoping for a big score, he soon hatches a scheme to con a dangerous tycoon with help from a mysterious psychologist who might be his most formidable opponent yet.
Directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, what else does he do?
He does a lot of stuff.
He does, I feel like I like this guy.
He did
I
that.
feel like I'm already liking this
He
movie.
did that one movie, remember?
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
He did
My favorite.
The Shape of Water, that weird sex movie.
I literally never
Wait a
watched
second. How are you going to get on me saying, how do you know if it's a good movie? Have you seen it? And we just got done talking about Morbius being the greatest movie of all time. None of us have
that.
seen
Well,
it.
we all know it is, though.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
Guillermo del Toro did Hellboy, Pacific
That's
Rim,
what I was thinking
Blade.
of. Hellboy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's his vibe.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's his vibe.
He's doing the Haunted Mansion remake.
Oh, that's his vibe then. Okay.
He's a writer. He writes.
Is Eddie Murphy in that
So it'll be dark.
Hope so. It's in post production.
Spooky.
I can look this up. Error. All right. Yeah. Movie of the week: Nightmare Alley. Be sure to watch it, and we will watch it
Will
and
you?
review it next week here
2.5
on the White
hours.
Noise Podcast. It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's why I
Forgot
picked
about
it
that.
because I wanted to piss you off.
That's okay. You have to watch it.
I actually, so here's the thing. I actually enjoy longer movies because I think the story gets told like way more clear.
I think it depends.
Yeah.
It does depend. I mean, I don't want to watch Encanto for 2.5 hours, but if it's like a good
Unless
story,
there's bangers.
no. Even if there is bangers, if it's just like a good, like for example, when like they made Justice League the 3-hour movie, I was like, thank God,
It was too long.
It's perfect. Just
That's
what
a
I
good
needed.
nap for me.
Endgame was too long.
I hate all you guys.
Bro, me and Lucy will be watching a show, movie, anything, like at home, right? And we're comfy. We like to cuddle. Hi, honey.
Are you
And,
big
like-
spoon or small spoon?
I like to switch, but mostly I'm big spoon.
Because I can't see over the shoulder.
Yeah, so I
I
have
can't
to
watch
be big
it.
spoon.
okay.
Sometimes I
But
like
he
to
likes
be
being
little
little
spoon.
spoon.
I can see that.
Fun
100%.
fact: everyone likes being little spoon.
I just
Okay?
can't see. I'm small, so I'm like uncomfortable trying to get my shoulder up.
You might have a point there.
So anyway, we're watching like a show or something. Lucy is she falls asleep faster than anybody I've ever known, ever seen, ever at any depiction in movies. She's fallen asleep faster.
Oh wow.
So I've literally had like a full on conversation where they're talking about the show or like made a comment, and literally like the next second moment she snores.
Is that bad?
Yes, like we're talking about Breaking Bad. I'm like, oh wow, that was crazy. Remember before they mentioned that? And she's like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then she's like, like, bro, we were just talking. She's like, what? I'm tired.
What's with the low energy? Holy shit.
One time, she fell asleep while we were playing Monopoly.
What?
Would you like to tell that story, honey?
I don't remember what was happening.
She was asleep during the story. What are you talking
So,
about?
it was one of the newer Monopolies. So, if you're unfamiliar with the rules, which I am,
It's on the Switch.
it was on the Switch.
Oh,
Electronic, like a video game.
those are
Monopoly.
fun. You
And-
fell asleep?
It was my idea to play, by the way. Like,
And
I bought
with
this.
properties, if the person who's laying on it doesn't want to buy it,
It goes up for
you
auction.
can auction, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Like the actual rules dictate.
Yeah.
so me and Lucy were in a bidding war
Oh my.
of just $1. We were upping it by
By
$1.
So
And she
we're
was
petty.
falling asleep in between. So she's
Yes.
she's like $1.
Like, because you have to press the button.
Yeah.
$1.
How much do you want to bid?
$1. Like, and I was like, damn, bitch, fall asleep so I can get this thing.
Damn, bitch, fall asleep. Oh my
It's like,
god.
Ethan, your bid. He's like, oh, $5 more. Lucy,
I'm just trying to buy this railroad, bitch.
babe,
Hurry up.
$1.
Just being petty over here.
Oh man.
Wow.
I love you, honey.
That's
I just love sleep.
My sleeping beauty.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that.
I've never lost sleep like over stress or anything. Like I love sleep. I can sleep anywhere, anytime.
How much sleep do you get normally, average?
Average,
What'd you
probably like
say?
5 to 6 hours.
Are you kidding? No wonder you're always.
But I've always like I sleep more now than I did ever in like college or anything.
So you know how like bodybuilders eat like 10 like meals a day. You're like,
I love a nap.
yeah, you just constantly get naps like that. You just
I know. Even when, like, during the school year, like, if I take my kids to PE, that's nap
Oh
time.
my god!
I lock my door, turn off my lights. Bye, kids.
No wonder you teach the little kids.
Yeah, it's great.
I can't do that. I wish I could.
Teaching kids or sleeping?
Both.
Yeah, I have to take melatonin to sleep.
I take melatonin every night. It's great.
I don't need that.
Must be nice. I'm actually kind of pissed off now.
Jacob's the same way. He can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I've had I've had our boy Bob fall asleep during video games, which is hilarious to
Like
me.
while you guys are playing like online with each other?
While you're playing?
Yeah.
I've done that before.
It was funny because it was me, Patrick, and then his friend who just hated Bob, which is even more funnier. And then Dylan.
His name is Bob.
Say Dylan.
Just call him Dylan. Gosh, I can't out of the bag.
So Dylan's like, we're playing, right? They get into a heated argument with this new guy we just met. Whatever. And so we're playing Fortnite. This is like when Fortnite was like first started. And then we're playing, and then I think Dylan's character dies. And so like you just have to like back then you just have to like sit and just wait for your team to like either.
And you would just look at it, right?
Yeah. And
I
so
remember that.
we're all playing and we're all vibing. It's like me, Pat, and this other guy now. And then all of a sudden, like, we're, like, doing call-outs, and all I hear is... and we're like, what? And then, the friend's just like, I'm not going to say exactly what he said, because I can't. But he's like, did he just fall asleep? And then me and Patrick are dying. We're just like, Dylan. Dylan. And he just... the whole time. We had to kick him out the party. And then we called him, and he never woke up. Like, he fell asleep in his game chair, and he's like, dude, I woke up the next day and then with his headset on. And but it was the funniest thing just because we're like, they just got done arguing, and he dies, and then this is his first impression.
One time I fell asleep playing Ark with Jacob.
Oh, everyone falls asleep during Ark. The game sucks.
I don't miss the days Jacob would play Ark.
Oh,
dude.
I don't miss them either.
Dude, the funniest thing was like... was when you would try to raid somebody. I think it was like me, Jacob, and Patrick, and they had these berries in the game, right? Called narco berries. And so what they do is you can eat them, or you can feed them to like dinosaurs, and it knocks them out. Like it's melatonin.
Yeah.
And so we randomly, it was me, Jacob, and Pat. We pulled up on this random like 2-man squad. And we're all gung ho with our deformed characters, and then we run up on him, and then I think we like beat one guy down. We drag him into the ocean, and the whole time Jacob's like, "Wait, guys, don't kill him because I'm negotiating." He was like talking to the leader, and then Patrick comes running, and he feeds the guy narco berries, and the dude got like he was asleep for like 20 minutes. Like his character could not move for 20 minutes. Like it is
So
he could leave the game, he could do whatever he wanted for 20 minutes. His character had to stay asleep. And so we used to knock each other out, and like we would be so pissed because we'd go on the next day, and we're like, "Why the fuck am I asleep?" And it'd be because someone knocked you out and fed you narcoberry. Speaking of sleep, that's how it was.
that's
But it was
Ark-
funny just because
Ark's
Jacob's
fun.
trying to fucking negotiate. He's like, wait. And I was running with him in the ocean, and Patrick comes with narcoberries. Oh, I hate that game so freaking much.
We should play that again.
No,
Can we please?
He used to get so mad. And I'd be like sleeping, and he's like screaming, and I'm just like, what are you yelling at?
I remember Patrick called
Yes,
me in the middle of the day at work because the base that we had built up over like the past 3 days and like had all of our dinosaurs inside, all of our stuff that we could like fly on and ride. He was like, Jacob. And I'm like, what? I'm at work right now, Pat. He's like, these guys are raiding me. Like these guys are pulling up on these huge dinosaurs. What do I do? I'm like, I was like, what do they have? Like, tell me what dinosaurs they have. He's like, oh my god, they have a giant rock monster.
just hearing
like,
Patrick. Too.
I felt like I was overseas listening to my soldiers die.
I know. I almost felt like
He's like,
the call was
they're
gonna drop.
He's like, they're breaking through the main gate. He's like, I'm just gonna save what I can. I'm like, okay, grab this, grab that, take it out of there, go as far as you can, like make a small base somewhere else, like just get it out.
Didn't he save one dinosaur?
I think he did, yeah.
And then one got away, and you guys randomly found him like a weeks later, roaming around the
Is
server.
that the one that we named Puta? Christian named it Puta.
Because you guys are randomly like, Puta's alive! Already on the third base from that prior. Puta's alive.
We found it like a week later.
Yeah, it was just, oh gosh.
Yeah, that game fucking sucked, but it was fun.
And then it was funny because I was so mad because like originally when the game came out, right, like they got it. And so this is the real reason why I hated it so much. I don't know if I ever said this out loud.
Oh, no.
So
because of me, huh?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, if anything, you try to help, which is funny. So we got this game, and my internet sucked, right? So it wouldn't let me play. And I just remember and they all got it before me because I got off of work. And I just remember they all loaded in together. And I just felt so like isolated. I was so pissed because like I could hear the party, and I'm like, this game fucking sucks, dude. I was so, and then it was like 3 hours I had to wait. And then by the time I go in there, it was just that huge learning curve, and they were like telling me what to do, and I hate when Patrick tells me what to do for me. And so he's like, "No, do this. You should load up on this. Do that." I was not having it.
It's like a survival dinosaur game. So
And I never had the learning curve that they had, and so I was always behind. I just felt like the fucking. I'm not gonna say it. But it was funny though because like. Jacob got me a kangaroo to make me feel better. And I rode inside the kangaroo all day.
You could jump in its pouch and it just bounces around.
And so like they're finding stuff, building things, and I was going on the mountain seeing how high I could jump until it like hurt me. And I was like, guys, come look.
Guys, come look.
Yeah, so I hate that
That game
game.
was hard.
I think it was fun.
That game had terrible
It didn't
memories.
sound like you had fun playing that.
Oh, I definitely didn't.
That's every person that plays
but
Ark.
looking back, it was fun.
The stories. It's all about the stories.
Oh yeah, like the whale one. Were you there for that?
No, I got the message on Snapchat the next day because I was up north.
Oh, okay, so we made this raft to like travel around the ocean, right? And this is like the first, maybe like second day we were playing this game.
Yeah.
So we built this raft where like we have like maybe 2 dinosaurs with us, you know, some of our supplies
You had
on this
armor.
raft. Armor. We're like, okay, let's like ride around the island, see where we can like build our base. And so we're on this raft, we're out in the middle of the ocean, and then like we feel like the raft shake or like something like comes across our screen like real quick, and we're like, what was that? And like, you know, it didn't occur to me like there's big dinosaur
There's
shit in the
Megalodon,
water.
bro.
And so our raft ends up getting hit again by this huge fish, whale.
I don't know what it
dinosaur.
was. It
I
wasn't
don't
even
know.
a Megalodon. It was bigger than that.
Yeah, it was huge, giant, like 10 times the size of our little raft that could barely fit like 4 people. And so our raft gets destroyed along with all of our stuff. Our dinosaur falls in the water. And then, as you know, it's me, Patrick, Christian.
Was it Dylan too? I think
was
I think it was you
there.
4. Yeah.
So it's chaos in the voice chat because Patrick's screaming like he's getting
So
stabbed in
animated.
real life.
Exactly.
And I just see in this water this huge fish with like a ton of different like megalodon sharks, and everybody's screaming, crying, you know, just trying to swim away, trying to survive. And we all ended up dying anyway. But
I do remember waking up
Sad.
the next morning, opening up that snap, and I did hear Patrick screaming, "Ah!" Like, what is
Yeah.
that? It's just him. That's all you can hear, and you can hear the panic in the room.
it's like
but
the surprise, and like we didn't expect that at all. So when it happened, we were all just like, it felt like we were actually there, like watching the clip and like listening to everybody, like we were actually in the middle of the ocean. That was probably my favorite part of Ark. That was my favorite moment.
That was your favorite
That
moment?
was my favorite moment. That was so funny.
and another reason why I hate the game is because I wasn't in his favorite moment.
Aww.
You guys remember Friday?
Boo-hoo. I hate him.
Friday the 13th.
Oh, Friday's a different story, man. I hated you. That's before I even liked you. I hated you, though.
What the heck did I do?
You used to just kill us all
I
the
can
fucking
feel
time.
That's the
it.
game.
No, when you were on our team,
Oh.
you were an ally, and you would just come up with a shotgun and start beating us.
No, I wouldn't.
Sorry.
The best part was when you killed Patrick.
Yeah, that was when I
Unnecessarily.
swerved and hit him. Yeah, he said, "You
We had the
shall
car-
not pass." Like,
The best, yeah. So they had the what's it
his
called?
mic cuts off.
Yeah, what's
the proximity?
proximity mic? And then so was a car filled with 4 people, and he was
Yeah.
the 5th one, and he pops out of nowhere behind a tree. You shall not. And then Ethan drives out of his way just to hit him real quick, unnecessarily, by the way.
Cuts off.
And it just
the
says,
voice
"You
chat.
shall not." It just goes
God.
silent. And then we go, and then we survive. And then he's like in the lobby, just eating chips, like just like laughing the whole time. So it's just by himself, having a good old time.
I miss playing games with the boys.
Oh, it was fun. And I remember too when like it'd be like a like an asshole like on the other team. You guys would be like, "Hey, tell Paul to talk shit." So I'd be on my phone the whole time, just
You were
like
so
toxic.
bad. I would read some of the messages you
Oh
sent.
man, I get some memories that pop up sometimes. I'm like, oh my.
I've gotten banned on Rocket League a ton, bro.
Oh, It's because I used to get banned all the time, and then I know when he goes off, and I'm like, oh, and when he says it, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, he's gone for 2 weeks. He's gone. Like, I know when he commits his freaking crime.
I know. I'm like, I gotta open the
I'm like,
game
Jacob,
tomorrow morning so I can start my ban.
And it gets me so mad 'cause I'm like, Jacob, why'd you say that? Now I can't play.
He deserved it.
He deserved it.
You just know when he
Can't
gets
you
pushed.
understand?
I'm a changed man. I only use quick chat now.
That's all we got used to it. The good old days.
Any video games you play, Lucy?
I used to play Animal Crossing. That was it.
Oh yeah.
Cooking Mama. That's it.
What?
That was it.
Cooking Mama?
The Switch. I would just play it on the Switch. But Animal Crossing, I spent a lot of hours on that.
With the world and everything.
We used to play Monopoly all the time.
Oh my god! During the beginning of COVID, it was just like a fun idea at first, and then it got so competitive. Like,
Played it like 20 times in a week.
Who would win most of the time? Do you guys have strategies?
Ethan had strategies.
Yeah, now I can't play with them because they know my strategies. They intentionally go out of their way to piss me off.
Oh, they
I don't
can't
even
get
try
what
to
I want.
win anymore. I just want to make sure he loses.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
one of
the
those.
mentality. That's why we can't play anymore.
Dang, it's like a 1v4.
Yeah, but I won a lot, so it's all good.
That's why we don't play anymore.
Yeah.
That's a.
Austin would always quit.
Oh my gosh, Austin would get so mad and he'd just like walk off.
I can see that.
So funny.
We'd be around
So funny.
around our dining room table, which is like high up, but all our chairs would be like pushed back and we're standing around the table like it's a
We would
like
always
a battle
end in
map or
silence.
something.
Like we would all go to bed pissed off at each other.
Oh, that sounds like a great time.
no matter who won.
Yeah, it didn't
someone
matter.
would be
We were all
pissed.
mad. We would start hiding our money. Like we were so petty.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It was great.
Dang.
Lasted a week, but we played like 20 times.
That sounds great. To be honest.
It was just one day when Lucy's like, let's go play Monopoly.
I was bored. It was like the beginning of COVID.
I was bored.
There was nothing to do. I was like, let's play board games. People were taking
Wow.
walks, but I'm not into walks. So
So
let's
you
play
guys
a
were
board game.
you guys were stuck in the house together, and you guys decided to play Monopoly on the first week and just hate each other. Oh wow!
But the funny thing is, like, we'd
speedrun
play,
that shit.
we'd
Speedrun
play,
that shit.
and so we'd all get mad, and like 2 hours later, it's like,
Wanna play
hey, we
Monopoly?
want to play Monopoly again.
you guys are addicts.
Toxic relationship right there.
Those are the best ones.
Those are the best ones.
But now we play Monopoly Deal,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love Monopoly.
which is like a card game, and it's quicker pace, so it doesn't last like 4 hours.
And I
Same
don't get
effect as
mad.
Monopoly.
Same effect though. You get
Same,
real
yeah.
I don't
pissed.
get as mad.
Pay me $200, and you're like, fuck you.
Dang, I wish I had siblings to play Monopoly with.
I didn't
That'd be
have
cool.
siblings, but they're nice to adopt.
That'd be cool. I wish yeah.
Shut up.
Oh.
Even if we invited you, you probably wouldn't have come.
I'm
You're
busy.
like, I'm in Vegas.
I'm
Sorry.
busy.
Vegas.
I'm in
I'm going to
Vegas.
Laughlin in the morning.
Hey
I can't
guys,
go.
just so you know, in 2
Not
weeks I'll
hourly.
be in Vegas.
I bet it on black. I'm not hourly, though.
Hey, whoever told me black, loser.
Bet it up like twice and lost twice.
I lost. You guys want to know?
Yeah, tell
Yeah.
us.
Just on the black one, or should I say the whole night?
Total.
The whole
Give me a
total.
total.
Total the whole weekend? Probably like 4,000.
For what?
1,000. No, I was kidding.
Oh my god.
No, just kidding.
God bless you.
No, it was so the first night, right? I was pissed.
Naturally.
I like so we're playing craps, and I get my money. I lose originally, right? And then I see my uncle winning a lot. I'm like, he goes to the bathroom. I'm like, I like the way this guy's rolling. I'm gonna just throw a quick 60 on there. So I win most of my money back. I'm like, cool. And then I've never played blackjack before, so I go up and one of our like people who's in our group's playing it. I'm like, hey, just teach me real quick. It was a $25 table. I was like, gosh damn. So I do it. And then they're like, oh, he's the new guy. Like, let him cut the cars, all that stuff. So I end up winning all my money back. So I'm down only $20. So at this point, I'm like, cool. I played for about 2 hours, like craps and blackjack, and then I had free beers. So like I'm only down $20. Like I had my entertainment. Like I'm up technically. So I have these chips in my hand. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So my uncle's like, oh, I'll cash them in for you. I was like, cool, thank you. So because of that, I would have normally got the money and put it straight into my wallet, but because someone else gave it to me, I just naturally just put it in my pocket. So we're like, let's go to this other casino now, right? We're walking down the strip. It's like a 10-minute walk. During that walk, the money falls out of my pocket. So I lose 140 just straight up because it falls out of my pocket.
Oh my gosh.
You
And
didn't
so,
even lose it. You lost it.
Exactly. So we go to the craps table, right? And then we get a seat. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's $5. I go to look at my pockets. I'm like, what the heck? at this point, dude, I'm heated. The funny part is it was me, my Theo, Patrick, and then my Thea, and then her friend. And so as soon as we go into the new casino, my Thea and her friend are like, oh, like shiny, something over here. So they go that way.
Shiny.
And then so that was just the three guys. We're walking. Patrick hears music. He's like, oh, dancing. Goes that way. And then so it's just me and my uncle go to the craps table. And then I'm like, I don't want to play here because I just lost 140 without even gambling it. So I tell him I'm going to walk back, and I'm going to see if I can find it on the ground. And so basically I go back to the casino. I don't find it, and I'm like pissed. And I still have like the 200 in my pocket. I'm like, you know what? Now's a good time to make that black or red bet. So I go up to the roulette table, and it shows you what numbers are hitting. And it was literally red, like 15 straight times. So in my head, I'm like, okay, black has to hit sooner or later, right? So I'm putting my money in the thing. I put it on black, red. And then I'm like, I got another $100. I'll put it back in there. So I put another 100. And then it was red again. So I was even more pissed. So I lost like, damn, now I think about it, like 340 the first night. And then I go back upstairs. And then we shared a room with my parents. And so my mom's like getting ready, like in the bathroom, just brushing her teeth. And so I open the door and she's like, hi. And I'm like, hey, I just lost 140. I didn't tell them about the other $200. And she's like, oh my gosh, did you? So I just went straight to bed. Aww. She's like, I don't want to talk to you. You were so quiet last night. I was all pissed.
Brenda.
Sad.
And the next day,
Oh no.
I gambled and I won money.
Nice.
Nah, it was just for funsies. I didn't care. Then I almost got inducted in the mafia.
What?
You want to share that story?
Can I brush that?
Yeah,
I might
of
as well
course.
since we're here. So I was hanging out with
Just
my
brush past it.
The mafia?
So I was hanging out with Pat and then my sister and her boyfriend, right? We never hang out, my sister and her boyfriend. So we go up to the room, we start getting drinks, we go down, get more drinks, and we're like, let's go to the casino that we originally went to where I lost my money. And we go there, and we split up a little bit, we just drinking the whole time. And then we're like talking like, man, we want to go back to like that dance floor that Patrick found.
Patrick.
That stumbled upon, right? And so eventually it's like 6 o'clock, and so it starts to like open up, and like the band starts to play a little bit, and so it's just us there. And this is like going on from like a 5-hour drinking span, right? So I just remember I'm dancing, and it's like me, Pat, and my brother's boyfriend, my sister's boyfriend. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what happened at the time, but I turned around and they were gone. And then I looked up and it was just me and Pat dancing, and there was a whole bunch of people around us again. I was like, oh, it's a normal night. So we're dancing, whatever. I'm doing whatever, right? And then some girl comes up and's like, hey, how do you do that? Can you teach me? And all I'm doing is this like makeshift salsa dance just because I watched Victor Cruz for 5 years because I'm a Giants fan. And I'm just like, yeah, sure. I was like, honestly, I tell them all the time, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just do this. And then they were like trying to learn. And then so I started teaching her other stuff, like other dances, right?
Ooh.
Relax. Anyways, so there's a girl, like her friend there, and like, I'm like exposed. I don't know if I want to expose.
You've already gone this far.
No, I'm not going to do it, though. So there's another girl there, right? And Pat's, like, dancing with her or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to entertain this one. And then so we find out that, like, everyone around us is, like, their family. And so this Italian guy comes up to me, right? And at this point, I'm buzzed. And, like, I'm making friends by accident, just doing it. And he's like, hey, man. He's like, I like the way you dance, dude. I want you for my daughter. And I was like, oh, cool, man. And then like, we just got into the conversation of him being Italian. And I, like, lied. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm Italian, too. So I was like, can you tell my nose? And, like, the way and he's like, oh, I could see. Yeah. Is this your friend, too? Like, you guys are, like family and stuff? And he just starts getting, like, really deep into, like, family. He's like, hey, man. He's like, we're going to Vegas tomorrow. I got a jet. Here's my number if you guys want to tag along. I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure. Let's go get a drink. And so, you know, whatever. We're just dancing still. I danced with that girl for, like, 2 hours.
Jesus.
I know.
2 hours.
Dude, when you're dancing and you're drinking, you don't know what happens. And so anyways, I ended up leaving, right? And then I got her Instagram. And then I found out, I think she's rich. I think he was telling me, I thought he was bullshitting. When someone says, I got a jet, I'll fly you to Vegas, your first thought is like, oh, yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah, we're all drinking here.
Hop in the PJ real quick,
Yeah,
bro.
hop in the PJ real quick. Oh, yeah, dude, cool, I could lie too. And then I saw her, like, Instagram and her stories and stuff, and I'm like, oh, shit.
This is real.
I think he might have actually been. And
Where's that number?
I have it. It's under Tony, my boy.
Tony, my boy.
His name's Tony.
Tony.
Yeah. So yeah, that was
Tony Montana.
So the night before I lost like 300 or whatever, and then the next night I almost got into the mafia.
Nice.
And then I went home.
Sounds like a successful trip.
It was fun.
Living a movie, aren't you?
Yeah.
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 He's not hourly, though.
Not hourly at all, no. So yeah, it was a fun trip. Oh, the best part. Let me tell you the best part real quick. So the first night, right? I was pissed, so I just left Patrick, and I only have the room key. And so he's texting me all night. He's like, "Hey, where you at? Hey, what you doing? Hey, there's some bitches down here, bro. Hey, I found this. We found there's a Pit Bull concert, so it just brought a whole bunch of people, right? He's like, dude, there's so many people come down here. It's fun. Just blowing up my phone. I'm like, lost 140. Going to bed. Text me when you're here so I can let you in. And he falls asleep. Everyone dispersed, right? So anyways, that night he comes back home, and my mom and dad are awake, and he's like back at like 1 a.m, and they're like, man, I'm hungry. And sure enough, Patrick, whenever he's like drunk, he always comes back with food. So she's like, Mio, do you have any extra? And he had extra like chicken sandwiches and stuff. So she was all happy. So the next night is when we like partied all night. I got tired and I was like, Pat, dude, I gotta go. Like, I just got in the mafia. I'm ready to go to my jet tomorrow. Like, I gotta get my beauty sleep. It's 1 a.m, right? Or like, I'm tired. So I give him the room key and I'm like, you can come in whenever you want. And he's like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna stay down here and dance by myself. I was like, cool. So I go up there, go to sleep. And then same thing happens again. My parents, they're hungry, and then sure enough, Patrick comes in with all his food. And the best part was, I guess he told us like, yeah, I went to McDonald's, and I walked down the strip. It's a 10-minute walk to get back, right? He's like, yeah, I ordered my McDonald's, and they even gave me a big ass ice cream cone. So so he's walking down the strip by himself at like 1:30 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Drunk, and he's just licking his little ice cream all the way. And dude, it's obviously like when you go down to like Laughlin, it's like sketch. Like there's like those people where it's like you have to act crazier than them so they don't mess with you kind of thing. So it's just funny that it's like 2 a.m. and he's walking down with his McDonald's bag and licking his ice cream, his vanilla. And my dad made a good point. He's like, man, I wish I could see the bird's eye view of that casino and see you buying that food and walking out just to see what it looked like. So yeah, he woke up. And then it was funny because the next morning, everyone ate all his snacks and drank all his pop. So he was all mad. And
then next week, Vegas, Tom.
Next week, Vegas.
Can't wait.
You have so much energy. I'm tired just listening.
Sorry. I know, it's fun.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for joining us and tuning in for this week's episode of White Noise. Lucy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Always
again.
a pleasure. Is there anything you would like to say? Let the people know. Scream from the
Or
rooftops.
Applebee's.
Chili's or Applebee's?
Chili's or Applebee's.
Chili's, 1,000%.
Chili's.
That's mighty disrespectful.
Chili's.
Chili's. There's nothing beats a mug filled with soda from Chili's.
I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I went to Chili's.
So,
Disgusting.
Like, I guess Applebee's last time.
all right, there we go. 2 versus 2.
All right.
In the comments,
It was by default, too. I don't even remember Chili's.
in the comments, leave Applebee's or Chili's. Let us know which one you prefer or which one's the best. Let's do that.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Hi, welcome to
Damn,
Chili's.
now you just got a lot of
Welcome
points
to
there, didn't
Chili's.
you?
Actually, no, yeah, I changed
Shut
my vote to
up.
Chili's.
No, it's 2-2. The tiebreaker's in the comments.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
All right. Well, be sure to watch the movie of the week next week. It is Nightmare Alley.
Think about it.
All right. And
Nightmare on Morb Street.
Nightmare on Morb Street. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Our YouTube channel is One Eyed Fits. That's where you can find the YouTube version of this podcast. Be sure to leave a comment for a chance to have your comment read live on air.
Exquisite.
Ah,
Wait, he's here?
feels like he's here.
Whoa.
Shout out, Gavin.
Chest is looking pretty good, Gavin.
So,
Chesticles.
this week, comment. Oh my gosh. So this comment is from Wave God. Shout out Wave God. Avid listener. It says, Gavin, do you say it's Morbin time before you get some shark goosey?
Oh my god.
Holy sh! I almost spit my beer out. Oh my gosh.
Gavin's not here to respond to that, but I can assure you, yes, he does say that.
We'll answer for Gavin. Yes.
Whoa.
So
It's Morbin time. He's trying to get some shark pussy.
Wow.
He did want the female.
he did want the female. He specifically asked for it.
There goes our last female.
So be sure to leave a comment for a chance for it to be read. And
that was a good one.
If you enjoyed the podcast, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, exquisite.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
She told me how to do my job.
Oh. Naturally.
And
She is
teaching.
your manager.
She's teaching.
she
am
is
the
my
manager.
manager, but this is like that part's the last thing we do. It's
What
very
about
end.
Jacob?
Yeah, what about me?
What about Jacob?
What about his fact of the week?
Oh
Man, we haven't done that in a while.
Babe,
no,
He
you
doesn't-
did it last
Why'd you
week.
say
You
that?
did do it last week.
You did.
I am an avid listener.
He's
too.
so
my
mad. All right, Jacob. Hey, we'll stall. So, anyways, yeah. So back
anyways,
to
just-
Laughlin.
Be sure to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Really help us out. There will be a link in the YouTube description below to take you to that if you enjoyed the show. If you didn't enjoy it, then don't worry. You don't have to leave a review. But, leave a 5-star review. That would be greatly appreciated. And this week's Song of the Week is Ain't It Fun by Paramore.
Nice.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that.
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say "Ain't No Fun."
Oh, Ain't It Fun. So that is the Song of the Week.
By
Be sure
Nate
to give
Dogg.
that a listen. Jacob, what's the factuality of the week?
Oh, we're actually doing
I'll
that.
stall. I got you. So, anyways,
Did you know that sharks cannot swim backwards?
oh, that's true.
So their shark goosey is always going forward.
Shout out
Whoa.
Gavin.
You know why they can't swim backwards?
Yes, because they'll suffocate.
Yes, that's crazy.
See?
I did not know that.
That's
I'm
so
just
neat.
cursed with knowledge.
First with knowledge.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all of us here in this room?
Oh, exquisite.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to tune in next week where we review Nightmare Alley and have a good old time with each other. As of right now,
Here.
As of right now, we got to go get some nice.
Don't finish that sentence.
You know what I was gonna say, but we're gonna get that right at Applebee's. Yeah.